Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. We're going to be doing the daily reading for Monday, November 9th, 2020. And today is a day that's ruled by the root chakra and guided by birth. And the galactic frequency of the day today is the red self-existing serpent. And so the red serpent energy is all about survival, life force, and instinct. And so this is, right, the reptilian energies, the serpent energies, they are above all else masters of survival. And so today is about really tapping into our instinctual nature, tapping into and fully utilizing that life force energy that resides within us, right? And we do this by tapping into the body, tapping into the rhythms of the body, really centering ourselves in the body. I think that for a lot of people that watch this channel can probably relate. For a long time, I had a lot of difficulty with this. I still do. I think that's why I incarnated with so much earth in my chart to try to really root me and ground me, because I am so resistant to that. And it's because we have this memory, right, of what it feels like to not have a body. Even if we don't directly remember it, like it's in there, and it's very much closer to the surface than maybe it is for some people. And so for starseeds and people of a similar nature, I don't like labels, but we're 3D. We got to use them sometimes, right? It can be difficult because we remember and we feel very constricted by our bodies a lot of the time, right? We feel as though they're really hampering us from being able to accomplish everything that we want to do. Like, oh my God, I got to feed this thing. It needs to go to the bathroom. It needs to sleep. It needs nutrients and vitamins and, all of this stuff. This used to frustrate me so very much. And so it's been a journey in my own personal life of coming to terms with my body and coming to love my body and respect it and understand that our bodies are the vehicles that our souls have to express themselves in this lifetime, right? And that is absolutely beautiful. Even though we may feel restricted by our bodies, the incredible, miraculous things that they do on a day-to-day basis, I mean, even if you start to scratch the surface of it, it can really just blow your mind. And so this is like really honoring our temple today, honoring our bodies, getting more in sync with our bodies, right? And our own instincts, our life force energy, the life force energy that this especially talks about is our kundalini energy. It's our sacred sexual energy. So becoming more aware of that today as well, really understanding the sacred nature of that and all of the possibilities of what we can do with that when we really master that and tap into that. So that's another expression of this energy today, but it's really about being as firmly rooted in our bodies as we can and really experiencing our bodies and expressing ourselves through our bodies. All of the things that we can do in these human bodies that we can't do as spirit, right? There are really cool things that we can do in these physical bodies. And so just really tapping into that and having appreciation for that today can go a very long way. We have the self-existing tone today, and that is also the tone of the moon or the month that we're in right now. So this is all about definition, measurement, and form. It's about getting all of the information, asking all of the questions, gathering the data so that we can then from that point create a solid foundation, create a structure, create a plan. And so this energy is heightened today, and this is the energy of this entire galactic month, and we can definitely see that playing out in the world at large in probably all areas of our lives as we seek more information, right? As we seek more knowledge so that we can then move forward from that point. And so when we apply this to the red serpent energy, this is partly about the energy of seeking more knowledge when it comes to ourselves, when it comes to the natural rhythms of our bodies, when it comes to how we care for our bodies, how we honor our bodies, how we honor that life force that resides within us, right? And also with this serpent energy, one of the other things that we can ask questions about, we can gather more data about, and we can work with is this idea of shedding our skin, right? renewal, rebirth. This is the energy of birth, right? And so it's like, what has worn out its course and is ready to go? Where is there venom that still exists within me that I can shed as well, right? So anywhere where resentment, anywhere where these lower emotional frequencies reside, we can begin the process of shedding that energy as well, so that we can step more deeply into and honor this incarnation and bringing out the, what's the word? How am I trying to say this right now? So that we can step more deeply into the truth of who we are, I guess, would be a way to say that. And I wanted to read this aspect because I thought it was really beautiful. It said, we can become more free. There we go. That's more what I was trying to say. The serpent reminds us to merge our primal life force energy with our higher visionary eagle mind to become balanced and fully alive as a feathered serpent. This allows us to bring holistic insight into matters of survival and creation, assuring we see what's near and far. So the merging of our spiritual and our physical selves, right? Our primal instinctual life force energy with our higher spiritual energy, right? The merging of those energies together is another energy that we can work with today. The affirmation for today is, I define in order to survive, measuring instinct. I seal the store of life force with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of birth. I am a polar kin. I convert the red galactic spectrum. And we do have some interesting stuff going on astrologically as well today. We have the whole lineup right now that I'm about to do the new moon video on. And so I'm not going to get into all of that. You guys can watch the new moon video. These energies, it's not like they just come together on one day. They've been moving, and we've been talking about some of this already leading up to this new moon, right? Like the T-square between Mercury, Eris, and then Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter. Some of these aspects have been coming into position, right? And so I'm not going to spend too much time in all of that. I will say that the moon is in Virgo today. And so this is going to assist us when it comes to that measuring of form, right? Virgo is a very analytical sign. It likes to understand the ins and outs. It likes to get all of the information. It likes to create a strategy and a plan. So we can really utilize that energy to our advantage today. This is also the energy, right? Virgo represents the physical body. It represents physical health. It rules the 6th house. And so we can really utilize this energy as well today when it comes to self-care. How am I tuning and tapping into the rhythms of my body? How am I caring for my body, right? And the moon is sextile Mercury. So we have the moon in Virgo, sextile Mercury, which is still in Libra currently. And so this is a whole lot of air energy, right? Virgo is an earth sign, but it is ruled by Mercury. And so Virgo is very cerebral, and Libra is an air sign, right? And actually it's really interesting because Libra is an air sign that's ruled by an earth planet, right? It's ruled by Taurus or Venus. And then we have the opposite there, where we have Virgo, which is an earth sign ruled by an air planet, ruled by Mercury. So it's kind of like a flip-flop or a swap that we have going on, which is really interesting. We have the earth and the air coming through very heavily today. And so it's really, when we have a day that's also ruled by the root chakra, right? And that's calling us into our serpent body, calling us into our kundalini, calling us into that energy that coils at the base of the spine and then moves up, right? As we move closer and closer to enlightenment, we can really see, and we can see as we move up, right? And what's up here? The air. This merger of the earth and the air. And being that the need to be extremely grounded in our physical bodies while also cerebrally aware. And so this is like that feathered eagle energy, right? The rooted, but I am rooted, but my branches stretch toward the sky. And so really I'm feeling that energy coming through very strongly today, and sort of like each counterbalancing the other, right? Like we have all of this. It's going to be a very mental day, right? With this conversation, the sextile, which which is sextile, is an air energy in and of itself, right? It's a very mental energy. Between the moon in Virgo and Mercury in Libra, we're going to be very much in our heads. We're going to be very much in our minds. And so we want to utilize that, right? Because that is good energy. We can perhaps come up with a lot of constructive plans and solutions if we're able to ground that energy by also centering into that earth energy today. And we have a trine going on with Neptune, the sun and Neptune today. And so with that trine, there is going to be a lot of that ethereal energy in the air today, but it also is a beautiful, highly spiritual energy. I'm feeling this between that trine and then also the moon being in Virgo. I'm feeling today an energy of us really being concerned with the collective, right? With what's outside of ourselves, and not in a negative way, but in that way of like Neptune is the sign that represents the collective unconscious, right? And Neptune is that energy of sacrifice. And then we have the Virgo energy, heavy Virgo energy coming through today. And Virgo is the sign of the servant. And so really looking at how we can give back to humanity today. I feel like a lot of people are going to be heavily in that energy. I think there are other things here that sort of lead into that too, but it doesn't really matter. That's like, there's a dozen different combinations and aspects the planets are making that all reinforce the same energies. And so we don't have to go over all of them, but we may really be feeling that energy coming through today extremely strongly and wanting to be of service and looking and measuring, right? The different ways that we are able to be of service. And so that's always a beautiful energy to be able to utilize and tap into today. I want to pull a couple Wisdom of the Hidden Realms cards. Clear. See, what guidance do we have from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms? What wisdom do the Hidden Realms have to share with us? No, it would be do. See, that's my Virgo side coming in. It's like we must use the correct grammar. What wisdom do the Hidden Realms have for us today? All right, and we have the Web Weaver. Synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. And then we have the Diamond Dreamer, material wealth, true prosperity. Yes, and if you guys saw both the 1111 portal video and that Jupiter-Pluto conjunction video that just went out, there is so much abundance in store for so many who have done the work. It's incredible, right? Yeah, true prosperity. I like how this says true prosperity, right? True prosperity is not just material, right? True prosperity is being abundant, spiritually abundant. And when we are spiritually abundant, all other types of abundance naturally flow our way, right? And so all we have to do is work on that and everything else comes into fruition, right? Everything else is magnetized to us when we are spiritually abundant. And that's what we're seeing happening this week with the 1111 portal, followed right basically during the 1111 portal, right? Because the day following, we have that conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto. If you guys haven't checked out that video, it just got posted last night. Please do. All right, so the Web Weaver says, the Web Weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on the many. And so see, this is that collective energy, that's collective service. Every action, every thought, every word and deed is woven into the web of creation. When the Web Weaver appears as your ally, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intention and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. And so I really love this because first, this I'm feeling as a message for a lot of people as well. Just knowing and understanding that you are part of this great collective web and everything that you do, even if you know that you're being called to do something and you don't feel like you've done enough yet, or like your message, the message that you have to share in your heart hasn't gotten out to enough people, right? It's not reaching far enough. Just understand that it does, it has, and it is. Okay? There are so many people watching, each and every single one of you. And we honestly have no idea the amount of people that our energy and our vibration inspires, right? Like people see the little things that we do, and a lot of people may not tell you that they see you, but they do. And you are having, even if all you are able to, and this isn't all, we're removing that. I don't even want to say it like that. Even if what you are doing right now is focusing on your own healing, right? That is perfect, and that is having such a profound effect, and that is inspiring people, right? Your message is reaching so many. Your frequency, your energy is adding to that collective web of energy, and it is making a difference. It is making an impact. And so if today is a day that needs to be about self-care, just understand that somebody out there who isn't taking good enough care of themselves, right, may notice you doing that, and it may inspire them to do the same. Right? We never know. And that's why all we can do is worry about ourselves, keeping our own energy clear, right? Doing what we need to do for ourselves, speaking and living our truth. And that reaches so many people. So just understanding that, whatever it is, if you are out there making conscious efforts to reach more people, just understand that more people are being reached than you even know. And the impact of that is much deeper than you even know. So keep doing it. That's coming through loud and clear. And this, I love this, right? Others of like mind and intention. This is the soul tribe coming in, that energy that we've been feeling, right? Just when you need to make a connection, like magic, synchronicity occurs. Music reverberates through the web and plays in harmony with your own. This is a sign to trust in the connectivity between all events. Magic is afoot for you. Just know, right? This is like the helpers in the unseen realms card. This is like understanding that things are coming together for you, but they are coming together in the most harmonious and fortuitous way. And so if that hasn't lined up in the outer world just yet, do not lose hope. Do not be discouraged. This is, if there's somebody out there who has been feeling like that, this card is confirmation to just continue to have that faith and continue to do what you're doing and know that that energy has been put out and it is on its way back to you. All right. Yes, I love that. Yeah, and then this is also a sign for anyone. If you're looking for a sign, pay attention to the synchronicities because they are answering your question. They are answering your question. Pay attention to the patterns. Pay attention to the synchronicities. And you may find if you are looking for, if you are feeling hopeless, pay attention and ask for confirmation. Ask for something to give you that hope, to give you that strength to move forward, a sign. And you will receive that sign. I feel as though some people or someone has already received that sign or will be receiving that sign today. Maybe me saying that to you is that sign. Maybe it's going to be something else. Maybe it's a bunch of signs, right? But just paying attention to those synchronicities, you guys, is so paramount right now. Yeah. And then we will check out this card real quick. I just love the messages in these cards, so I love to read them. Yes. All right. When the Diamond Dreamer arrives, he represents the successful manifestation of the unseen into the material. Be sure you truly want what you think you desire, for this ally will commit to getting it for you. All manner of conditions will flow around you, synchronicities, right? Messages from Spirit will serve to guide you toward achieving your heart's desire. Synchronicities. Oh my God. Come on. If you want a house, you'll be led to it. If your priority is a new job, with the right continual steps, you will achieve this. If you desire a more harmonious relationship, the measures needed to create this will be obvious. A project finally pays off. Material gain and positive financial shifts may also be on the way. You will indeed see the tangible results of your ambition, right? It's all coming to you right now. Continue to do what you're doing and just know that. The Diamond Dreamer also serves to guide you to the appropriate choices so that the unseen is awakened to move mountains on your behalf. Positive communication is now possible in all your relationships. Beautiful. We love that energy, right? Clear. Any other guidance coming through for today? Oh yeah, here we go, baby. As usual, the Phoenix. Resurrection, surrender to change, right? There is all this beautiful, beautiful energy on its way to us, right? However, that energy, like the things that we want, the things that we are dreaming of, the things that are meant for us are going to require change, right? That is going to require us to continue to evolve. One thing, and this is part of why it says be careful what you wish for, is if you wish for something, you must become the vibrational match to that thing right? You must become the person that would have that thing, that would do that thing, that would be that thing. And so if you are not willing to do what it takes in order to be that person, in order to have the thing that you want, it's going to be a painful process, right? Because spirit is preparing you to be that person, to be that match to that thing, right? And that process involves oftentimes a lot of change of who we are at a core level, change of and reorganization of our outer reality. And so just know that those things are happening right now, but we can trust them. Whatever changes are happening in your life, understand that you can trust them and they are for your highest good and your highest benefit. The Phoenix appears as your ally to celebrate your journey and to ensure your ultimate success. This is true even if it appears that you've just passed through a metaphorical experience of death or are currently enduring a perception of failure in your life. Death and rebirth are related when you enter the realm of the Phoenix. Seen in this light, nothing truly dies, but rather changes from one ending directly into new beginnings. The Phoenix is constantly reinventing itself and rises up whole and new and even more powerful with every death it experiences. This could signal an end of a relationship or of a dynamic within one, or an end of a job, a project, or even a life. Like we said, allow things to be arranged how they need to be arranged. You are being set up to receive so much, but you have to allow yourself to be in the place, to have the space to receive it, to be in the place to receive it. Perhaps no failure is involved, but it's time for a complete overhaul of your circumstances. You may be tired of what you're doing, or you may know intuitively that it's time to move on and try something new. Whatever the case, a death of the old and a celebration of new life are called for. Whatever you do now will indeed be a successful endeavor, for a rebirth is imminent. I love it, you guys. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. Yes, the Metal King disciplined armor boundaries. There is discipline that is going to be required to reach our goals, right? But it is absolutely worth it. Whatever it is that we have to do, whatever it is that we have to sacrifice in the short time for what it is that we want to ultimately gain in the long term, like that's another message that's coming through is like, if it's worth it, then it's worth it, right? All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you so very, very, very much. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to catch more videos, hit the bell with the little squigglies. There are links down below to donate to my channel if you feel so moved to do so. It helps to support all this free content that I love, love, love making for you guys. There's also my email down below if you would like to book a healing, if you would like to book a reading, or anything else that I offer, please reach out to me. I would love, love, love to do that for you. You are so beautiful. You are powerful, so powerful, and you are so strong. All right. You are the Phoenix and you are rising.